me bring you a little bit closer. As you guys can see, look, I couldn't take it, and today was 71, so I gave myself a haircut. So, man, it feels so good to have short hair. All right, so we're gonna do our usual of the casserole. It's the last dish of it, anyways. So I want to finish that off because I want to turn that pan into something else. So that's what we're gonna start with tonight. So let me get that started, and then we're gonna get into tonight's show. I'm only gonna be able to go for maybe 30 minutes tonight. Okay, so this is something. I'm still getting my power situation figured out. So 1 cup of water. All right, and grab this. Well, there might be more than a cup there. I don't know. Let's see. One. Yeah, no. Final cup. All right. So now I take these cans and um, I turn them into other things. So like if I want to put pancake mix or something like that in here, now I have something to store it in instead of some bag, and it makes it so it's more survivable. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about tonight is the Trump tariffs. How is it going to affect homelessness? What should we expect to see? How is it going to affect the average person? I also want to kind of um, point out a couple other things, such as I had somebody who gave me some information about what's going on with the LA wildfires. Um, I consider it a reliable source. What's up, DFH? Nice to see you, buddy. Um, I consider it a reliable source and all that other stuff. So, oops, I need to turn on the damn burner. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm also going to be talking about that. And just, we're just going to talk about kind of how all of this is affecting homelessness. How, if you are trying to get prepared for an event coming your way, at least have some outside knowledge. Okay, so here's the first thing. The tariffs are because I listened to Peter Schiff last night, and Peter Schiff actually said that historically speaking, nations that impose tariffs are the ones that end up paying the price, not the ones that they impose them on. So we're putting all these tariffs on, but he's looking at that from a capitalistic. Uh, Hold on. He's looking at that from a capitalistic standpoint. Okay, he's thinking about ways to make money. The cheaper you can do business, the more money you can make. He's still a capitalist, but if you look at it from the sense of not just communal property, um, this is what commonwealths are. So you have like the Commonwealth of Virginia. What is a commonwealth? A commonwealth is where everything belongs to the citizens of the state. Okay, it is the community resources. It is there to benefit the citizens of the state. It is not there to benefit anybody else. And if they take anything and they sell it, it's sold and it benefits the Commonwealth. Okay, it's a British way of doing things, but that's kind of why tariffs are looked at as a good thing, because people who look at it from a commonwealth standpoint, which is this is America, this land belongs to us. Uh, so therefore, we should be benefiting off of it. That means if you're going to make money off of it, we, the people that are giving up our resources for your ability to make profit or for trade or whatever, then the community in which it's taken from, they need to be the ones that are benefiting. And capitalism tries to do this, but I think that a lot has been lost because capitalism has gotten sick over the years. Oops. So, ooh, that's a hot spill. Okay, so with imposing the tariffs, it's something that may end up affecting all of us. Can you pay another 10% for all of your products. Because here's what most people don't understand about how trade works in the modern just-in-time supply chain. Yeah, the beef may have been grown in Texas, but it went to China to get processed. And so now coming in, now China is now that since that comes in as an import, now that's being taxed. Now that's American beef being taxed because we send it overseas to get processed and then bring it back here versus getting it processed here. And how does that benefit the local community? It benefits the community because it forces these corporations, in order, if they're gonna compete, then they have to compete on quality. And that's the one thing that the American worker has that hold on has that no other country has. At least that's the propaganda I was told growing up. Is the American worker is the backbone of the American powerhouse, the American empire that we are. And so therefore, if you re-educate the workforce into something where they can help manage the factories, you have internal production, you have the possibility of a higher quality of life. But greed's going to set in, and when greed sets in, everybody else pays the price except for the one that was being greedy. That's just kind of the way it works. So I mean, as far as how is it going to affect homelessness, well, can you pay an extra 10% for your beef? Can you pay an extra 10% for your corn? How much of the stuff that you buy, how much of it is imported um, from China to get processed over in China? I mean, the pork gets sent over there as well. Very little is processed here in the United States. So what is that going to do? That's going to raise prices on everything, even if it is American grown, because it's Chinese processed. And now they're starting off with a 10% tariff. And so, I mean, can you afford an extra 10% for all of your food? If your food budget's $400 for two people, then I mean, that can you afford an extra 40 or $50 a month on top of that just for this? Okay, because the thing is our wages are not going up, but the expenses are about to go up. And so that's really where the pinch is going to be on the American worker. If bringing all this stuff home and forcing these tariffs, there is a possibility that it could force wages up like it was starting in 2018. Because when I owned my janitorial business in 2018, you used to be able to hire people for anywhere between $9 to $12 an hour. $12 an hour if they're doing floor care and they have at least 5 years experience. Okay, that's the way it used to be. And then when 2018 hit, there was more jobs than workers. At least that's the numbers that were being put out. So now the worker says, well, no, I want $15 an hour. Well, I hemmed and hawed because I was only getting $15 a man hour because I'm competing with the border jumpers because I'm in Texas. And then on top of that, it's like I finally conceded and said, fine, I'll pay you $15 an hour. I've just got to. I've already worked it into the contract so that I can pay for the increased wages. And then it became, no, well, I want 20. Can you do 20? And it's like, well, I'm not going to be here because I got another job that'll give me 20. And it became so hard to get a worker, and a worker was kind of arrogant and stupid. I mean, instead of sitting there and using that as an opportunity to go get the type of work that they really want to do, they were just playing an auctioneering game. How much are you willing to pay me, because this guy over here is willing to pay me? Okay, which is what brings me to the LA wildfires. Okay, I used the last of the sour cream. Okay, this is what brings me to the LA wildfires. Okay, so I have well, not necessarily inside information, but I have, I guess you'd say, an eyewitness account of part of who started the fires in LA, or at least who was helping. Now there was plenty of news that this was happening, but this individual that I know had an encounter with one of those individuals, and so he was able to confirm that that yes, it's the LA cartels that are doing it. It's not the Mexican cartels, it's the LA cartels that are doing this. Why are they doing this? What is happening? Well, this is going to affect trade. We're not talking about, between the United States and Mexico. We're talking about black market trade, because Trump is kind of bringing coming in as a door kicker. Okay, I'm gonna sit over here, guys, while I eat, so that I can sit down and have this conversation with you, because I haven't been watching. Get out of there. So yes, yes, Sam, sit. Um, but yeah, so you have Trump and his administration that has declared war on the cartels, and they decided to do first strike. So I got to talk to a farmer one time, and he was telling me how the Mexicans would and just like the Amish, they would bend a farmer over and take him for all he's worth. And they would go out on strike, and they would talk amongst each other. It's like, you go here, you go here. They already had predestination of who was going where, because I mean, it was already pre-organized. These guys organized themselves. And so the farmers were held at the mercy of the migrant worker. And so therefore they use that to their advantage to be able to force the farmers to do that. Now we hear that with Trump's immigration law, and they're kind of pulling they're pulling a lot of what's it called, they're pulling a lot of information out. Yeah, anyways, sorry, I got to get back on track. Hold on one second. Let me take a deep breath and have a bite, because yeah, my brain just kind of went like 10 different directions all at the same time. All right. Here's the bottom line. The LA wildfires, possibly, not guaranteed, but using deductive reasoning based upon conversations that I've had with people in the past, and stuff like that, I think that this is going to turn into a war on our front in the same way, because Trump is talking about bringing in, or at least, no, there's a congressman that's talking about bringing in privateering, allowing American people to go down and kick down a cartel member's door, steal all of his dope, bring and all of his guns and his ammos and all that other stuff, bring it back, give it to the federal government, i.e. the CIA, so that they could put it out on the streets. And then they get a fair compensation, like 50% of the booty. But they're gonna have to work out something specific on that. So you have a war that's brewing between us and Mexico, because Mexico is joining the BRICS, or has joined the BRICS. Trump is basically declaring an economic war on the BRICS nations as a way to reestablish American dominance. Because when we lost the petrodollar to Saudi Arabia, we're just waiting for the chickens to come home to roost. Well, he's trying to make America great again, by doing all these things, but doesn't understand exactly how destructive what he's doing really is. Because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be affected by this. There's going to be people that are affected by it in the sense that if they're in a war zone, if they're within 100 miles of the border, they could very well get caught up in this. I'm in Arizona, and I don't. I'm probably about 300 miles from the border, but it could very easily end up on my doorstep. And I think that's the reason why Trump put what is it? Put troops on the border, because I think he understands this as well. Because this is an all-out war between us, Canada, and Mexico, and the United States is going to dominate. Essentially, is what the Trump agenda and Trump policy is, and that may mean that we now take on two satellite states, that are more puppets to us than they ever were before. Yes. But this is all you guys have to look forward to. If you're in this war zone, you could lose your place. You could get caught in the crossfire. You could be forced to migrate. This is something I was talking about even a year ago. that you may be forced to migrate due to conflict or economics. And both of those may be at play here because of what's been allowed to happen over the last decade. Actually, no, since the 1980s or even the 1970s. Sam, get out of there. She wants to lick my can. Yes, baby girl, you get the you get the pot. You guys will get to see Sam tonight, I promise, before we go. I want to be able to eat without her trying to eat my food for me. Hold on. Let me show you how intently this dog is looking at me. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys while I'm talking, so I won't be able to hear. But you guys can see Sam, and you can see how intently she's trying to use her powers of telekinesis to tell me to feed her. So she just ate dinner. I usually feed her about 3:30, so she's not hungry. She just wants what I have. But I think that this is something that as a people, if we are in these areas, be prepared. Plus, we've also got the terrorist cell that went to that went to or that was on its way to San Diego. So, and this was an Iranian. So we have all these different things happening. During World War II, we had two oceans. Now, the way that our world is, there's nothing that's separating us. They can get here and get in, whether coming across the border or whether just coming in naturally and just kind of being looked past because of the flaws within our system. You really want some, don't you? Watch how she moves her mouth when I talk to her. She actually talks back. I started noticing that. Isn't that right, baby girl? You gonna talk now? Or are you gonna be that frog? Okay, let's get back to the topics. Let me get through Oh yeah, by the way, you guys are kind of getting a tour of my place now that I've got it kind of organized. I need to get some springs for those cupboards and they'll be fixed. I just gotta figure out where to find them. Probably a hardware store. Okay, so let's see what I've missed in chat. Wow, I've missed a lot of chat. Okay, so if you want me to respond to you, I hope it was in all comment or in all caps, because I'm gonna go through this really quick to get caught up on your guys' chat. What's up, Joanna, Bushcraft, Occult, Chris, nice to see you. Occult, okay. Platypus, nice to see you. DFH, nice to see you. Everybody getting there. Okay. All right. Occult, all right. You guys are really good at your platitudes. Let's see. Okay, so all shareholders' profits go to Chinese shareholders of the beef farm anyways. That's a possibility. I'm not 100% sure on all the economics of that. But I do know that, we take stuff here and we send it there, and then we send it there, and then we send it in here, and all that other stuff. And, Sam, you're done. You're done. No, go sit. Sit. Hold on. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So what do you guys think of this stuff? Do you think I'm spot on? Do you think I'm off? What do you think? I'm broke today's standards. I'm looking for something in West Virginia or Kentucky. I've been priced out of South Carolina because of the Yankees moving here. Well, Chris, you ought to come check out Arizona. And if you go to openairproperties.net, Stephanie over there, she works Arizona, Colorado, and Arkansas. But she, if you're looking for a specific area, she can refer you to one of her investor friends that she knows in the area that would be able to help you. So this also gives her an opportunity to network with other investors, and it gives you an opportunity to get referred to somebody that's going to do you good, because like attracts alike, and she's good people. So, Jonah, okay. So, all right. Looks like all that. All right, let's go say hi to Sam, because I know all y'all want to say hi to Sam. Okay. So we're getting close. I need to ask you guys something. Oops, Sam, stop. Hold on. We gotta sit over here, baby girl. Let's go up. Hold on. Just because I don't have anything to put in that window. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring her up here with me. And then that way you guys can see her up here. I need to know if I've got good signal or not. Please tell me if I've got signal or not. Sam, come up here. Right up here. Come on. Right here. Sit. Sit. No, get out of there. That's not yours. So, okay. So let me stop. Stop. Okay. So you guys are up in my bedroom. Stop it. She sees my nuts and she wants them. When I'm, yeah, she, get out of there. Dude, you are such a scavenger. It is just crazy, dog. Your nose is better than toucan sand. Get out of there. Now, right here, sit. Okay. Sit, now. Stop this. Stop this spaz dog. Stop this. Calm. Hey, no. Chill. She wants to play. We went out today and a farm girl left behind a bat and a ball. And so I hit the ball and Sam loves to go run and chase it. Her dogs wouldn't do anything like that. Stop it, or you'll be kicked down. Stop right now. Okay, calm down. But, yeah, I know. Dude, she was lethargic earlier today because it was 71 degrees. Stop. Don't bite me. She wants to play. And, she always picks the most inopportune times. It's like, hey, I'm about to go do something important. Hey, you know what? I want to play right now. When you had time for her, yeah, she's like, nah, I'm busy. I got other things to do. I'm checking the mail. And then it's like, all of a sudden, it's like, dude, I just need you to sit down and just be calm. I get this. Get out of there. Stop. Yeah, if you guys ever saw the first video, she still hasn't changed. She was just this bad when I first got her. She is a high energy dog, and I'm waiting for her to calm down. I really, really am. Yes, hi Sam. Okay, so I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this before I end the live stream. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing is, the video that I released today is I'm going to start releasing it on Tuesday. Stop. I'm going to start releasing... Stop. I'm going to start releasing it on... You just won't stop. Dog, stop. So I'm gonna still do the homeless stuff, but I was thinking about just like doing a weekly vlog of the stuff that I'm gonna be doing around the property, because now that it's warming up, I have time to be able to do certain things, and so I want to be able to kind of share the journey and have a vlog. So as I kind of grow, I have my homeless content, but eventually that will end up taking up a majority of what it is that I talk about, because it's going to be geared towards, talking about getting off the streets or finding work and stuff like that. But it's going to be more in a casual, common way, not a scripted way. So I have one scripted, one unscripted video a week, and then 5 live streams a week where I do homeless news. So, what do you guys think of all this? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? What? A token of smoke? Yeah, no, no, a coke and a toke, Joanna. It's coke and a toke. Is Cherokee here? Okay. Toucan Sam couldn't smell with his nose. It was a beak for cracking coconuts and unripened fruit. Oh, okay. Good to know, Alfred. Yeah, I know, right? Signal's good. Okay, good to know. I hope so. Yeah, okay. So we got that. But and so on Patreon, um I am still doing the same thing. But I had a sponsor the animals because that was kind of how I was hoping to make sure that I had enough money for goat feed and stuff like that for the animals. But I'm going to turn it into something for Sam. So a private channel just for Sam. You get to watch her play around, visit, do stuff throughout the day, stuff like that. I'll make an effort to do content about her. You see this, right? You see this, right? She's staring me down. um, but anyways, so if you want to, I'm gonna rename it. It's gonna be sponsoring Sam, and so that goes for her food, her vet, any medical bills that she may have, toys, being able to get her certain things, things like that. So if you guys want to, so there's the $5 which just gets you clips and gets you access to chat, and then there's the $10 that gets you all that plus you get the behind the scenes, and then for $20 you get videos of Sam and you help, you're paying for her food or toys or whatever, getting her a nice dog bed or whatever, because I mean it'll allow me to spoil her, and then you guys get to see it and see all the different things that she gets because of you guys. So anyways, if you guys want to do something like that, that's what that's going to be there about. So anyways, it's over on Patreon. So this newscast is sponsored by you guys. If you go down in the description, it is what it is. It's down there. You whatever different way. There's Patreon. There's all that other stuff. But what I'm going to be using funds raised from the live streams that I do is to be able to fund me to go on site to some of these cities. Like I want to go to Kansas City and I want to get an idea of what's really going on with the TB epidemic, because that's going to affect the homeless population more than any other population. And so I want to kind of get a story on it because it's a breakout, and the CDC and a lot of people are just keeping quiet about it. I heard about it, I think, through Poplar Report. That's how I learned of all that stuff. But that's kind of what I'd like to do, is to be able to travel and go do those things. And it may be a Greyhound with me and Sam, or it may be us going somewhere and then hiking a trail for a couple of weeks and then hopping a Greyhound back, whatever. It's going to leave open opportunities, but that's kind of what I'm going to be starting to talk about and to work on. I've tonight, because of my whole battery situation. Maybe you guys can give me your input on that. But let me see what you guys think about all that. Chris, crepe, heroin. Matt, you're too funny. What is methadone, anyways? Um, oh, she left. Get Sam a GoPro and collar harness her for. Yeah, well, if I have enough sponsors over there, or I have somebody that wants to purchase it, yeah, I could do something like that. That's what the $20 a month goes towards. It goes towards getting to see content to Sam, and then getting to see cool stuff, that she gets. But okay, you could bear sniff. Uh, could bear sniff picnic baskets for the old fucks like us. Uh, okay. Okay. Coconut smoke. Yeah, coconut toke, Joanna. Coconut toke. Um. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right. So this is, yeah, liquid is just as good as the disc. Okay. Um. Okay. Good to know. Did not know that. Um. All right. Yeah. So that's kind of what we got going on here. Uh. I, um. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of, uh, but I've kind of ran out of things. But oh no, I was the battery thing. That was the last thing that I wanted to talk about. Okay, so and up until about 2 o'clock, the clouds came in. Once the clouds came in, my solar power basically went away. So instead of being able to have a full battery tonight, even though I was kind of playing around with the 15 water, plus I had a lot of stuff I had to do. So I already used I used two batteries today. I was kind of hoping to get some sort of surplus a little bit, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen because yeah, the clouds rolled in at 2. I'm losing about 4 hours, 4.5 hours of daylight that I could be using to charge my one of my charging batteries to give me some extra power and then have that surplus that I need. So what I'm going to end up having to do is until I can find a solution, because I'm hoping one of you guys has the knowledge of how to do this. But I know that Jeremy he said he sent me a 30 watt. I'll be getting that on Wednesday. He's so that should offset it, but in case it doesn't, I've got to go up at least once a week to the library and spend like 8 hours there. So I may be doing the news from the library tomorrow, and one day a week when I sit up there and I do that, because I got to sit there for about 8 hours for both of my power blocks to charge up to 100%. Um, so I've seen Blue Eddy and other power systems send them out for a preview off grid channels. Maybe you can, yeah. And that's another thing. I usually do work during the day on my laptop. I'm gonna start doing it at night after I get off the live stream. That's when I'm gonna write my scripts and do my research and start finding topics and start getting my stuff together for the next day. I think that that's kind of yeah. So maybe yeah, maybe when yeah, maybe I'll have the wits to be able to figure it out, because here's the thing: you got to get in contact with the right person, and it takes networking of being introduced to getting to know somebody's uh unless you're, I don't know, I guess unless you're really talented, or you're in something where people always want to advertise to your audience, or you've got a large audience. The average company isn't going to seek you out because they've got plenty of content creators that are seeking them out. So it's about finding out where to find these people, and that's kind of what I've been using LinkedIn on. But today with just limited battery and just the debacle with the sun, I couldn't get any of that done. But anyways, if I use about 15,000 milliamps a day. Okay, that's two full charges on my phone, a charge on my laptop, and a charge on my vape. So yeah, Anchor is good brand. No, yeah, Anchor. I want Anchor actually. I'd love to have an Anchor, an Anchor generator. No homelessness exploded long before tariffs. No, what I'm saying is that this is going to cause homelessness to explode because of the cause and effect of what's going to happen. Yes, homelessness has been around since before the tariffs, but certain public policies, certain government actions have a tendency to have unintended consequences that leave, bad results. Okay, and that's what's going to actually play into it. It's not any one thing, it's just a bunch of things that until after you get more than just a crack in the dam, and that hole opens and it just becomes a floodgate. Then you've got 90 million Americans that are homeless. So all right, guys, that's the end of the live stream. If you guys want to help the channel, everything's down in the description. We're crowdfunded. If you're a business and you'd like to advertise on here, please reach out to me at friartuck at hobotuck.com. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.